Hi doll faces. It didn't really work out, did it? This post a video once a day thing didn't really work out. There are reasons, but I'm not going to give those reasons. I said I was going to try and do it every day, and so far not that good. It's my first time I've ever done like Vlogmas or anything like that, any commitment like that. Obviously I commit to like uploading content for Self Love September, and that's all filmed pretty much in advance, but I feel like that's different. I think this is like playing by somebody else's rules and taking part in something that's part of the culture, if you like, of what we do here on YouTube, and I like it. And my plan now is to sit here and just film quite a few videos and schedule them so that I can make sure that stuff is going out for the rest of Vlogmas, because after this weekend I'm going to stay with my mum, and my mum's Wi-Fi is like the upload speed is literally an actual funny joke, like a funny ha-ha joke. So I'm going to sit here now and film a few bits and pieces while I've got the opportunity, and while client readings are up to date, and while I've just got this little bit of space and time, I'm going to film a few things. And with this video, what I want to talk about, what I feel principally moved to talk about, is my YouTube experience in a way, and the way that YouTube has shaped what I do, and the kind of interactions that I have online and stuff. When I first started blogging about tarot, I didn't have a YouTube channel. The YouTube channel came quite a while after I started blogging about tarot and putting my name out there in association with tarot, which was really the principal thing that I wanted to do, that I knew that I wanted the Four Queens to be about, the Four Queens as it was then. I was a lurker. I like to watch other people's YouTube videos, and I think I just got this urge to kind of put my voice into the discussion. And I also really liked the idea of engaging with people who might want to learn tarot and be able to benefit from my perspective in some way. I did notice quite a few videos of people saying that they were really struggling with books, or they didn't have the time for book study, they didn't find it very accessible, and I just thought to myself, you know, I could probably put together some resources that would help people that are not really feeling so great about book study. So those were the principal reasons for me starting a YouTube channel, but it wasn't kind of my first port of call. I'm really comfortable in front of the camera. I've done TV acting in the past many moons ago. I always wanted to be an actress when I was growing up, and that was like my principal thing that I really wanted to be for quite some time. I've done a lot of stage plays, a lot of stage productions when I was growing up. I've sung on stage and that kind of thing. I've always been, I do joke that I rolled out, you know, of my mum and tried to like find my way onto a stage. So I'm pretty confident in that way. And so I suppose, you know, I wouldn't have won any prizes for guessing that I was going to be okay in front of a camera, but I didn't know I was going to take to it quite so fully and quite so much like a duck to water. Like, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the interactions that I got with people. I really enjoyed getting to an understanding of my own knowledge base. It's really interesting to watch yourself explaining something that you've learned to other people. It helps you to see holes in your own knowledge, and it helps you to see where you might want to go next, and I find that really interesting. So it was definitely a learning experience for me. It was definitely a self-discovery experience for me, and it continues to be that. So that's something that I really enjoy about it. I have quite a good sense of awareness, I think, when it comes to expectations and managing people's expectations, and looking at the expectations and the pressure that I put on myself, and knowing when that is not healthy and when I need to do something to change that. Because of that, I stopped trying to reply to every single comment quite early on. There was a time in the past where I could do that, you know, where I could reply to private messages on YouTube, I could reply to every question. But I quickly saw the way it was going to go, and I knew that I didn't want YouTube to be my career. I knew that I didn't want to try and make full-time money on YouTube and give all of my focus to YouTube for monetary gain. I wanted to put my message out there on YouTube, and I wanted to be a part of the community on YouTube for sure, but I wanted to work towards full-time counselling, full-time mentoring, helping people one-on-one, creating courses and resources and things like that, and I wanted YouTube to be part of the vehicle for that, but I didn't want YouTube to be the main gig. So I knew that I had to make a decision early on regarding energy management and time management. I had to make a decision about the extent to which I was going to be present on YouTube for people asking questions or wanting to engage in dialogue. And now I'm just at this really comfy, happy stage where I fully know that I'm not going to be able to reply to all the comments. I read all of the comments, but it would just be it would take me so long to construct thoughtful replies to all of the comments. When I skim through and I see questions, I answer them as much as I can do. If I've got the time, then I'll definitely do that. I try to allocate time to going back through old questions and old comments from time to time, but I'm realistic about what can be achieved. And the most important thing to me is obviously that I'm serving my clients, and then whatever I can do after that is what I can do after that. You know, that's the overflow, that's what I've got left over. So it's really about prioritising my time, and I think I've become better at that. It's definitely not something that I'm perfect on, but I've definitely become better at it over time. I've noticed a lot of people that are growing a big audience on YouTube, they are actually really beating themselves up about not replying to all the comments, or struggling to get around to answering people's questions, or actually actively encouraging people to email them with questions. When they have like 15,000 or 20,000 subscribers, or even 2,500 subscribers, I would say it's a little bit of a risk to say, email me all your questions. I think if you've got a job, if you're studying, if you have children, if you have other commitments in any capacity, you're going to end up feeling drained by answering questions, by being bombarded with people's requests for your time and energy. And I think that it's important to be honest with yourself as soon as you can about your own boundaries, and also about the fact that some people are going to resent you having those boundaries. For some people, and in my case with my YouTube experience, it really hasn't been very many people at all, to be honest with you. I've got a really, really fucking good crowd here, and people that are realists and that understand what my career entails and what I do for a living and how much free time I probably have at my disposal. But I do, you know, I have had one or two people definitely emailing me saying, you didn't answer my question, you know, you profess to care about people but you ignore their correspondence, like fuck you, you didn't answer my email. And I think to myself, with all love and with all compassion that I can muster, and I do try to muster it in that moment for that person, because I know that there's a wound going on that's deeper than just the fact that I didn't respond to their email, for sure. I look at them and I think, do you not think though that some other people have had the same idea, you know, to get in touch? And do you not think it takes me a while to get back to people? Do you not think I've had to make some strategic decisions from time to time about which emails to get back to? You know, prioritising things. That can be really difficult when you're doing what you are doing for reasons of compassion and empathy and, you know, love for human beings and a desire to see human beings heal emotionally. Like, because of the job that I do, it's very difficult sometimes to set up those boundaries that have needed to be set up and to give myself the time that I need. I think if I was a lawyer or an accountant, it might be a touch easier for me to just say, well, you know, book in for a consultation and we'll talk about it. But in my line of work, and I know a lot of people in my industry feel similarly, we want to give. That's why we're doing what we're doing. We want to give of ourselves. We want to give of our understanding of things. We want to help people. We want to enable people to reach an understanding. You know, we want to give more and more time and make people feel more seen and more heard and more valued. But we have to give from the overflow. We can only really give from the overflow. If I run on fumes and try and give everything to everyone else, then I've got nothing left. I can't sustain what I do for a living that way. I have to consider my energy management and what works for me and how much time I need to recuperate and regenerate and how much time I owe my clients, you know. Ethically, for example, it would be really wrong to sit around writing an email explaining the finer points of a tarot question to somebody who hasn't paid me for tarot mentoring when I have a client who has paid me for tarot mentoring and is getting tarot mentoring with me. So ethically, there's a grey area as well. I think everybody has to find their own way if they begin to develop a following and they realise that people do reach out to them for questions or for support or anything like that. I know that over the time I've been on YouTube and over the time I've been in the cyber world, that I have written many emails back to people, advising them, sending them words of love and support, and I've made some strong connections that way, just from people like messaging me in the middle of the night and saying, I'm really sorry but I didn't know what else to do, and you know, and me just sitting down and composing something. And I know that that's meant a lot to people. At the same time though, I've definitely dropped the ball a whole bunch of times. You just can't get round to everybody and help everybody and have a one-to-one dialogue with everybody. And you have to stop beating yourself up for not being able to do that. You have to. So as many times as I've made a difference in somebody's life through engaging with them, there are going to be just as many times when I haven't been able to do so, and I'm definitely getting stricter with myself and with the limits that I put on the amount of free one-on-one time that I give away via email. And I just think that's a really important part of the journey for me. It's really taught me some important things about boundaries and about you know, not judging myself harshly for not being able to be all things to all people. And that's something that I think without the business and without the YouTube presence, I wouldn't have had that experience of having to learn those things. So it's been really interesting, and it's been a form of shadow work for me in some ways. I love making videos. I love making video resources. I really, really do want to write a book. I've written an ebook about being a good tarot reader that gives nourishing readings. If you want to check it out, it's actually been on sale for quite a few months now. I'll leave the link down below for you. If you want to grab it, you can. And that was quite a while ago that I wrote that ebook. It's called Heal Hearts, Hold Space. But I want to write a book. I want to write a big old chunky print book about shadow work, I think, principally. I would like to do that, but something calls my energy to making videos. And I was just having this discussion with someone on Facebook, actually, on my Facebook page. If you don't follow me on my Facebook page, I always do leave all my social media links down below as well, so you can go and check it out. I was just having that discussion with someone on the Facebook page about how she has plans to write a book, but something about the energy and the accessibility and the joy of the video format just keeps calling to her, and she can't really ignore that or avoid that. And I feel the same way, you know, I really do feel the same way, and I feel like making video and audio resources is going to be a much bigger part of what I do with my business and my creative life next year. I'm really excited to keep going. I've got so many videos just still that I haven't done, so many series I haven't done, so many things I haven't tackled. I could go and go and go for years, and I really hope to be able to do so. And business-wise, in terms of the resources that I'm putting out, I'm really excited to be playing with the idea of exclusive video collections. That's something that I really love to create, I love to put my energy into, and I love to sell. Because it's just something that comes straight from the heart. It's so genuine, it feels so important to me. I put so much of my heart and soul into those resources, and there's something really exciting about the exclusivity of those resources. There's just the whole package, the whole system, the whole making it and putting it out there, advertising it, seeing people respond to it, seeing that it's been so helpful for people. Making the 29 Shadows video series was off the hinge for me. It was different. It just really taught me so much about my approach to shadow work, how far I've come with teaching it, whereabouts I want to go next, you know. It was brilliant. It was an awesome experience, and it really kind of paved the way for what I'm doing now. So I want to end this Vlogmas vlog by saying, if you don't know about the 29 Shadows video series and you want to look into it, it is exactly what it says on the tin. It's 29 videos helping you to approach different areas of shadow work. Every single video takes you on an exploration into a different area of the shadow, or what tends to be shadowy content. And I ask you some questions and give you some things to think about and contemplate. A lot of people that have done the 29 Shadows video series have told me that it took them a lot longer than 29 days, that they really had to stop and do like one video a week, and there was lots of journaling, and it's just very, very in-depth, and it brought up a lot of things for them that they had to sit with. And honestly, that makes me so proud. That means that I have created a resource that is long-lasting and can really, really give benefit in the long term, and can help people to go into those places that they might try to avoid during solo shadow work. You know, I want to be able to safely and compassionately push a few of those shadow buttons and help people to journey off in directions that they may have been trying to avoid in their solo adventures through shadow. So if you want to check out 29 Shadows, it's available for you to purchase. I'll link below, and you just basically get, I want to say an instant download, but some people don't receive it immediately instantly, but it will come to you in a matter of minutes, do not panic. And it just offers you all the links and everything, and you've got literally there a ready-made 29-day shadow work course for you. I've also got a really cool little business video and audio course called Sweet Alchemy that you can check out as well. I'll leave the link for that below. If you're into metaphysical business, or you want to be, and you would like to really absorb and imbibe some of my ideas about it, then definitely go over there and take a look at Sweet Alchemy. Those are exclusive resources as well. And lastly but not leastly, I'm very excited about what I'm going to be doing in 2017. I have just released the first of a great number of exclusive video collections that are coming in 2017. I'm really grasping this idea, and I'm fucking running with it. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm creating an ongoing series called From the Overflow. I always talk about how you need to create from the overflow and you need to give from the overflow. You need to be overflowing like the Ace of Cups before anybody else can get any of that good shizzle from off the top, you know, and that's how self-love principally works, and that's how your compassion and your service can be sustainable in the world. And this is something that I'm really passionate about, and that's why I've called the ongoing series From the Overflow, because in these videos that I've been making over time, I'm really overflowing. I'm in the seat of my power, I'm in the state of flow, I'm in the state of fulfillment, and what I'm giving is just really my pure joy and my pure insight. And I'm really pleased with how these videos have gone down and been put together. They're personal, they're intimate, it's just really sitting with me for like a half an hour cup of tea and a chat. I do some chanting, I read some poetry, I talk about personal stories, some stories very personal from my life, just to try to give you a flavour, you know, of leaning into love and anchoring into those feelings and helping you to think about what's important in your life and where you want to go next on the journey. So the umbrella name for this ongoing project is From the Overflow, and it really is just going to consist of these kind of very intimate videos where I share things that I haven't shared on the channel before and really just offer some soulful inspiration and talk about what's really switching me on. And the first collection in this ongoing project is called Envision and Bestow, and it's out now, it's out for sale now. I would love for you to go and check it out. There is an early bird price on it until the 24th of December, and you just get the videos delivered to your inbox. And the beautiful thing is, if you purchase Envision and Bestow, you also gain access to my private Facebook group where we've been having some really interesting chats about stuff and just really kind of dialoguing and discussing with each other and supporting each other. So that might be something that you want to consider and think about as well. I'm really excited about where this is going. I'm really excited. I love making videos. I love making videos for free on YouTube. I love making videos as part of paid resources. I love making videos as part of course material. I love making my video readings for clients. Like, there's something about the video format that I just really love, and now I've got my new video camera and my new thing going on, it's actually much quicker to upload and much quicker to edit. So yeah, I'm really excited about where this is going, and I would love as many people as possible who love my more extensive and more rambly videos and more sharey videos to be able to purchase Envision and Bestow, which is the first collection for From the Overflow, which I'm super excited about. So thanks for watching my latest Vlogmas video, and expect to see quite a few more videos of me wearing the same fucking outfit, and I'll see you again soon. Much love, blessed be.